Hey, fifth grade, how's it going? Mr. Joseph here. Happy Friday, September 4th, 2020. Good to have you guys here. Today, what we're going to be doing is learning about measuring angles within a line and a circle. Now, usually we work in the book on page 94, 95, inside of that prime book right away. But today, what I'm going to be doing is showing you a couple of exercises which you can use to understand this concept a little bit better. The first one is on this mrnosbaum.com website, which is going to be inside of the YouTube video link later on, right? Um, these are a whole bunch of different exercises that you can do in order to understand how to measure angles, how to understand different types of angles, parallel, perpendicular lines, what you've learned in previous years, and just kind of understand the concept a little bit better. Now, there's a really kind of a cool exercise that I found, which, for example, this is golf. I don't know if you've ever played golf before, specifically mini golf. What I did was I downloaded this extension from Chrome called Protractor, okay? And you can see it on the screen. What I'm going to do is just, here we have our protractor, right? I'm going to put my protractor right on the screen, okay? And I'm going to put my blue line right where that black dot is. When you play miniature golf, what you need to do is stand behind the black line, and then you need to hit it inside of the hole. So for example, there's this obstacle right here, and you're supposed to hit your ball so that it hits the wall and then goes into the hole. Now, these are kind of difficult, but you can do this by understanding angle measurement. So for example, if you hit the ball from that black hole and it hits the wall, it's going to eventually probably hit this way, okay? But we're trying to see what angle measurement this would make. So if I move this protractor over, I can see that this is a 52.6 degree angle. So all of this right here is 52.6. All right, let's go to another one. Oh, this one's a little bit more difficult. So if I hit my ball, let's see, if I go this, oh, there's an obstacle right there. So I can't, if I hit it, I'm going to hit this obstacle right there. So I wonder if I can hit my ball in a different direction. Let's try this a little bit different, right? I'm going to try to hit my ball and move my protractor over a little bit different way. So I'm going to hit my ball at a, let me show you the measurement. So we have a 0. Let's see, we're going to hit it in, oh, I wish I could hit it a different way with this protractor. It's not going to let me move the protractor where I want to. But I bet we can go like that. Okay, so if I start right there, you don't actually have to start right here on the dot. You can start anywhere behind the line. You're going to go at a, let's see, it says, if I can find that, it's a 40-degree angle, okay? And then you'd probably hit right there. It would probably end up right there, and then it would bounce off the wall and kind of go this way. Let's see, where is the hole? Eventually you have to get it in there. So it's kind of an interesting concept to understand angles a little bit better. Okay, if you wanted to try this, I can put this link inside of the video notes. You can also check out this video. This is a interesting way to learn about angles. It's called the angle game. What he does is he gives you a couple of different measurements. So for example, if we start the video, he's gonna just give you a blank slide right here with no angle measurements. Eventually he gives you this angle is 56, and then he tells you that this is 115. If you continue to advance, you'll also realize that these two are corresponding angles, 56. We'll learn that today in class. And then if you want to continue to understand this, what you have to do is know that 115 plus this angle right there equals 180. So you can subtract from 180 to find that in order to eventually find the missing angle, okay? And then he gives you another one, and it's kind of interesting. All right, so check those out, boys and girls. Check those links out if you'd like. And we're going to get started with our lesson for today. Just a little bit of review, understanding angles. We need to know how to use a protractor so that we can understand that these angle measurements are within 180 degrees, which is also the measurement of a line. When you measure the angles, boys and girls, you need to know that the measurement of the size of the angle can be used with a protractor, and it can be shown by an arc, okay, on the figure to indicate which angles are congruent. Two angles whose measurements are together 180 are called supplementary, and two angles are supplementary since 90 plus 90 equals 180. Okay, so you have two right angles right here, right? Or you could have two acute angles right here. Two acute angles are going to equal one right angle. And two right angles, like we just found out right here, are called supplementary angles. All right, so make sure you understand the different types of angles. When we're looking at angles, we know that there are sometimes crossed lines. And when you have those crossed lines, okay, we see something called vertical angles. Vertical angles are pairs of opposite angles made by intersecting lines. So this pair, x and x, are actually the same measurement. If this one is, let's say, 180, then this one is also 180. Okay? If letter Y is, for example, 40, then this one is also 40. Okay? They're the same exact measurement. If two angles are vertical, then they are congruent. All right? So these two angles are congruent. They're the same exact measurement. And these two angles are also congruent. They are the same exact measurement. When we're calculating angles, boys and girls, on a line, what we can do is remember that magic number, 180. So let me actually show you that so that we can understand how to calculate it, all right? I think it's important that we understand these types of things because you're going to find unknown angles, such as angle A, all right? If we know that angle A plus the angle right here equal 180, we can just take 180 minus 45. Let me see if I can try to get my pointer tool to, oh, I can make points, but I can't draw on a line. That's strange. It's never happened before. Let me try that one more time. Manage extension. Not letting me do it. Let's go back to our slides for today. All right, let me see if I can write on the screen right here. There we go. Okay. So let's actually go back to that. Here we go. If we're looking, boys and girls, at these types of lines, okay, we know that 45 plus A is going to equal 180. All right, let's take a look at our slide for today. All right, when we're looking on page 94, we're going to find some angles that are missing, some missing angles. So let's take a look at page 94. Ready to go to page 94? And let's look at letter A. Letter A says, find the unknown angle measures. Well, I know that this one, for example, is 85 because it already tells us that. And this one is 108. Tells us that also. But what is this angle right there? If you remember correctly, this is called a right angle. A right angle has 90 degrees. Okay? This one right here, 85, is an acute angle. And this one right here is an obtuse angle. All right, since I know 3 of the angle measurements, what I can do to try to find the angle S is I can add up the 3 angle measurements that I already know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up 90 plus 85 plus 108. Now I don't know this angle measurement right here, so I cannot complete my circle. All right, this much I don't know. So what I'm going to do is just add those 3 for now, those 3 angles. So we have, for example, we have 108, make that a little bit bigger, 108 plus plus 85 plus 90. All right, I'm going to add all those up. 8 plus 5 is 13. 9 plus 110 is 10. Plus 8 is 18. Carry my 1 to my hundreds column, and 1 plus 1 is 200. Okay, we have 283. Now we're not done. If you put 283 right here in your blank, then that is incorrect because we still have to find this angle measurement for S. All right, so don't go ahead. What we're going to do is we're going to take the total amount, the measurement amount of those degrees, which is 360, and we're going to subtract the amount that we just found right here, okay, which is 283. Let's switch it up a little bit by using the calculator. Okay, as long as you can use the calculator correctly, I would allow using the calculator for some problems. So let's take 360 minus 283, which is the total amount of those three angles that we already found, and we can get 77. So our final answer, boys and girls, for the measurement of angle S equals 77 degrees. You'll notice that that little degree mark on the top is really, really super small. All right, there's your answer for letter A. Let's try letter B. Now, I already know the angle measurement for this and the angle measurement for this. What I don't know, I'm going to write in red. You can see that on the screen. I don't know this angle measurement. It's almost a complete circle, but we're going to try to find the angle measurement for T. Okay? So let's try to figure that out. The angle measurement for T equals, same procedure from last time. We're going to add this angle measurement and this one. So 124 plus 135. 4 plus 5 is 9. I'll write that a little bit better. And 2 plus 3 is 5. Tens, and then we have 200s, so 259 is your answer. Now we're not complete yet. We need to now subtract from 360 because 360 is the amount of degrees in a circle. We're going to take 360 minus 259. I think a lot of you can do this in your head. 60 minus 59 is 1. 0 tens, and then 3 minus 2 hundreds is 1. So our final answer, boys and girls, is 101 degrees. All right. If you wanted to check your answer to see if it was correct, what you could do is you could add up all those angle measurements to see if it adds up to 360. Let's try that on the calculator. Angle T, which we just found, was 101 plus 135 plus 124 equals 360. So our two answers are correct. Check your answers to make sure that they are accurate, and let's go to letter C. All right, let's go to letter C. Letter C says we need to find the angle measurement of U. All right, this is going to get a little bit more complicated. However, the procedures are the same. Okay, we already know 140 is this angle, and 78 is this angle, and 92 is this angle. What we don't know, boys and girls, is the measurement of angle U. On the screen, you can see that. So let's try this one more time. We're going to add up 140 plus 78 plus 92, and then subtract from 360 to find the measurement of angle U. All right, let's try to figure that out. I know that 140 plus 78 plus 92 is going to give me a number that's less than 360. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry my 1 to my tens column. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 7 is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 2 plus 100 is 310. All right, now I'm going to take 360, and I'm going to subtract 310, which is the angle measurement that I already calculated right here, here, and here. 360 minus 310 equals 50. So the angle measurement of U is 50 degrees. Okay. Now, like I said before, boys and girls, the problem that we've been working on is a number within a circle, and we're also going to be looking at numbers within a line, okay? Before we do that, I'd like just to show you a couple problems for number 3 on page 94, and these have to do with some angle measurements that are, give me 1 second, these are called vertically opposite angles. When we have vertically opposite angles, boys and girls, we need to know that this angle measurement is the exact same as this angle measurement. Or, for example, this angle measurement is the exact same as this angle measurement. So, if I know that this angle measurement right here is 48, then I know that the opposite, or x, is also 48 degrees. Let's do letter y. Letter y is the same as 145. So 145 is your answer. Now, we're going to get to some problems in the next page, on page 95, where you're going to have to figure out the two different angle measurements. Now remember that when you're looking at a line, which you can see on the screen, I'm going to put in pink. This is a line right here. The measurements always add up to 180. So this angle measurement plus this angle measurement are going to equal 180 degrees. Okay, so if you already know one of them, all you need to do is subtract to get to your second angle measurement. Let's check page 95 then and learn this concept. On page 95, the directions say, in this exercise, the figures are not drawn to scale. POQ and ROS are lines. Find the measures of ROQ and POR. Now, when it says they're not drawn to scale, that means that you should not use a protractor to figure out these answers. Just like before, we're going to be subtracting from 360 or 180. I know that POQ is this angle right here. I'm sorry, this line right here. Okay, we're going to try to find ROQ. ROQ is this angle right here. So how do we figure that out? Well, it's a vertically opposite angle. So this right here is 135. That's your answer for the first one. Let's try to find the other angle measurement. The other one says POR. Well, POR is this angle right there. If I know 135, I can just subtract 180 minus 135. Let's do that. 180 minus 135. 0 minus 5 we can't do, so we're going to go to our tens column, take away a 10 and give it to our ones column. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 tens minus 3 tens is 4 tens. And 100 minus 100 is 0. So POR has a measurement of 45 degrees. This right here is 45 degrees. Now you're probably wondering, did I do my answer correct? Well, let's check it. If this line right here measures 180, I know that 180 minus 45 is going to give me my angle measurement on the screen, 135. I can also do it by adding 135 plus 45 equals 180. So that is correct. Both of our answers are correct. Number 2. Number 2 says, AOB, COD, and EOF are lines. So all of these are straight lines, unlike what Mr. Joseph just put on the screen. So we need to find the measures of BOE. BOE is right here. Well, these two angles are vertically opposite. So BOE is going to be, oops, I think I just deleted the slide. Let's try that again. Give me 1 second. Did I delete that? No, I just got to go back to it. Okay, here we go. These two are vertically opposite angles. So BOE is going to be 115 degrees, just like its corresponding angle. What about COA? Well, COA is going to be, let me just erase this so we have more space. COA is this right here, COA. Now I know that this angle is 25 and this angle is 115. So if we continue this line right here, that means that this whole thing equals 180 degrees. So what can I do to find the angle measurement? Well, I can take 115 plus 25 and then subtract from 180. 5 plus 5 is 10. 4 tens, and 100. Now, I'm going to subtract from 180 to get my angle measurement right there, COA, okay? Which is the same thing as, oh, no, sorry, that one's already 25. This one right here, COA, okay? So let's take 180 minus 140. I can do that in my head. 100 minus 100 is 0, and 80 minus 40 is 40. So 40 degrees is COA. If I wanted to check that on the calculator, I could. I could take 40 plus 180. No, sorry. I could take 40 plus 115 plus 25, and that equals 180, just like my line told me. Check your answers to make sure that they're correct, and let's go to the next problem. Okay, the next problem on page 25 is right on this, 95 is on the screen. Now, this one we did not do in class, so we're going to actually do that next week, but I would like to just give you a hint of how to solve it. We know that this angle right here is special because there's a square right there. Whenever there's a square in an angle, we already know that that is 90 degrees. This angle and this angle are vertically opposite, you can see. So they're probably the same degree of measure, right? And these angles are not the same, okay? They look opposite, but they are not the same, all right? But this angle and this angle are going to be vertically opposite. So you could probably subtract to try to figure that out. We will continue with number 3 on page 95 next week. So thank you for your attention. Check out the notes section inside of the YouTube video below, and we will see you guys next time, all right? So make sure you check out the notes section on the bottom of the YouTube video, and we'll see you guys next time. Talk to you later, boys and girls.